Welcome back, 9:28. Just into the newsroom, the U.S. Supreme Court lifted restrictions on immigration stops in Los Angeles. Patrols across the city were detaining people if agents suspected those people were undocumented. But back in July, a federal judge ruled those patrols violated the Constitution and could lead to racial profiling. She argued agents detained people because of their race, the language they spoke, or where they worked. The Department of Justice told the Supreme Court that this ruling prevents them from adequately doing their job. By blocking the federal judge's decision, the Supreme Court will allow immigration stops without reasonable suspicion to continue. Well, Chicago and a number of other large cities are preparing for a federal infusion to crack down on crime. President Trump's border czar, meantime, is promising to take action in most sanctuary cities across the country. Douglas Zader has more this morning from Washington.
A number of cities are now in the president's sights: Baltimore, New Orleans, and Chicago, just to name a few.
President Trump spent part of his weekend attending the U.S. Open yesterday. Protesters in Chicago spent part of their weekend decrying the president's looming immigration crackdown and possible National Guard deployment there.
We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
But the war question was ignited by this post by the president on social media, a takeoff on the movie Apocalypse Now, with the message, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning." Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War.
They were truly interested in fighting crime, then they would work with local law enforcement.
Illinois Democrats were incensed, and this goes well beyond violent crime. The president's border czar says Chicago and other cities are already facing stepped-up immigration enforcement.
President Trump's prioritized sanctuary cities because sanctuary cities knowingly release illegal alien public safety threats to the streets every day. That's where the problem is.
And that follows last week's immigration raid at a Hyundai plant in Georgia that led to hundreds of arrests. The timing of National Guard deployments, though, still in question.
We could solve Chicago very quickly, but we're going to make a decision as to where we go over the next day or two.
Now, the president says local leaders should request an intervention from the federal government, but absent that, he says he has the authority to do this on his own. In Washington, Douglas Zader, Fox News.